Expose yourself.
Ooh, show 'em what you're all about. Drag out.
Hi, everybody. It's Joseph Shepard.
And me, Miss Laganja Estranja.
And welcome to Queening Out. One day we'll get it right.
I know. Every time I'm like, will we ever say it the same? Probably not, right?
Probably. Well, because I think once we get in person, I think that will change. I think it's that we're like, there's probably like a 2-second delay through like the internet, but we'll get there.
Well, and I think our inflections are always going to change because some days I'm feeling it very like queening out, like it's like a quick one. But like today I was feeling very like queening out. So, you know, you just never know. You just never know. Well, this is the podcast where Joseph and I break down every episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 7, but in our own unique way.
That's right. You know, I think that what I love the most about everything is like every time we go into the time warp, I love hearing about your season 6 journey and all of those little like behind the scenes tea. I also love that you've been going around and getting information from the girls while you have been on tour. That Snatch Game fact you gave last week blew my mind.
Well, you know, I like to take you back again to the good old season 6, which I think this week I'm really going to be able to drop some tea on some of the things. And, you know, as far as getting other tea from queens on the show like Evie and Jada, I am sad to say that this week I don't have any because I don't even know if you know this, Joseph. I got the vid.
Is this your first time?
Yeah, girl. No, this is my second time. So I have had to quarantine in my hotel here in Belgium. Girl, I have been going stir crazy. I've literally watched, well, basically, I've done everything but do my emails, which is what I really need to do. Like all the contracts I'm supposed to sign. Yeah, still haven't done that. But I have watched so much TV. I'm caught up on Legendary. I'm caught up on Drag Race, Hacks. I mean, you know, so, and I've been bathing. Thank God I made friends with the people at Lush out here in Antwerp, and they hand delivered a little package to the front of the hotel. Yes. So, you know, I'm in good spirits, but needless to say, I am on my day 6, I think, of quarantine. And so if I test negative tomorrow, I'm going to be able to go back. So please keep your fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Because I'm ready to get that good tea from the girls who are actually on season 7.
Are you just currently in Belgium and everybody else is in a different city?
Girl, they left me here, girl.
Oh,
I literally feel like Cabaret. You know this. I don't know if you know the song "Don't Tell Mama," but she says, "Mama thinks I'm on a tour of Europe, but I left them all in Antwerp, and I'm touring on my own." Yeah, I'm touring my hotel room and literally the takeout, the Uber Eats. Which, by the way, I have to give Antwerp some props. You know, props to my mamas because they have food open till 4 a.m. And my schedule has been crazy because I'm just sleeping a lot. So I'm just so grateful that at least the food is good. I've got my Lush baths. And, you know, I've got things like this to keep me busy. So it's all working out in the end. I may be losing thousands of dollars, but in the end, it's just money, right? It's just green paper.
It is money. And I will say that I had such a bad Uber Eats addiction that literally yesterday I deleted like my account on Uber.
You're kidding.
Because it was just so easy. I was just getting into the habit, you know, like, do I want to cook or do I want to do this? Oh, it's just easier. I'm driving home. I'll be home in 20 minutes. Why not just get it for pickup? And I pick it up and come home. But
yeah, I'm normally a quick dining girl. You know, I love a Chipotle.
Yeah, same.
I love, you know, things that are like a little bit better than McDonald's, but let's be honest, they're probably still owned by McDonald's like Chipotle is. So, you know, that's why I use the term quick dining as opposed to fast food.
Well, something that happened really fast for us was that we put it into the atmosphere last podcast. We said, let's get into the top 100. And no, we didn't get to like 99. We didn't get to 98. We got to 73 in the TV and film charts.
Are we still there?
I think we're in the 90s now, but hey, you know what?
Okay, well, at least it was there for a moment.
It was there for a couple of days, and that's actually like, that's pretty good.
And no shade, though. I was like, now, which chart are you looking at? Is it like how the Drag Race girls do their music? They're like, I'm in the top. I'm like, which chart? Electro pop, girl.
Well,
you
the thing about the Drag Race girls, though, is when they get in a chart, there's so many crazy music charts. It'll be like gay ass music. Like there's, you're like, I'm number one in the gay ass music charts that I just made up.
Well, we were literally next to my dear friend who I've never met, who I'm about to meet, who I love. Her name is Janina. She was on True Blood, and we were right next to them. So, like, that was iconic to me that we even made it that far. And truly, I want to give a huge shout out to all of our listeners. Thank you so much for getting us up on this list. Please keep leaving reviews, leaving the stars, clicking the bells, whatever it is y'all are doing, because it's working and we are feeling your love.
We are feeling the love, and we want to keep feeling the love. So make sure to send us emails at laganjoes@gmail.com. That's LAGANJOES@gmail.com.
Or you can actually leave us a voicemail at 323-607-5116, and we may play it on the show. And who knows, maybe Joseph and I will even give you a call back.
Now, Laganja, we have our first email. Do you want to read this?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so this is from Ike, and it says, "Yes, Mama God, house down boots, Laganja. Ow, 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 Mr. Shepherd. Loving the new podcast. You both are so fun together. I 100% look forward to hearing from both of you on my Tuesday commutes. Thank you." No, thank you, Ike.
Thank you.
And Ike would like to know, what has been the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you while performing on stage or in front of a large audience? Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I think for me, probably the most embarrassing thing would be, the popping of a tuck. I am known for my slutatia outfits and very scantily clothed moments. And so I have to tape, like, literally right up on the good old girl tell ya. And, sometimes because I'm doing those extracurricular moves, we get what we like to call bubblegum, which is where a little bit of the, lady sack will pop out. Mm-hmm. And that is very embarrassing for me because, like I said, I don't really have clothing that I can kind of hide it with. So I just have to, like, sort of squeeze my legs together and, like, kind of, not do splits or tricks at that point. And this has definitely happened throughout my career, but the time that I would remember the most would be long before I was on Drag Race. There was a website called WeHo Confidential. I don't know if you ever heard of this.
Yes, I know it.
You know it, yeah. And girl, they had posted a video that's still on my YouTube to this day if you want to go and see my bubblegum, girl. And I was just so embarrassed that I was on WeHo Confidential with my tuck out. So that to me would probably be my most embarrassing moment. I've never really lost a wig. I keep that on really secure. But yeah, definitely the tuck has been known to pop a time or two.
Wait, okay. So once again, I would love to know, are there different ways to tuck?
Like, oh, yeah, 100%.
So what are, like, the main ways?
Well, there's, like, the adult grown woman way, which is how I do it, which is basically, the balls, the ballinas. I'm trying to think. I was like, what's a feminine way to say balls?
Ballinas.
The ballinas, they go, like, up inside me, like, from whence they came, basically. And then the sack and all of that, the rest of that is pulled back, and then I tape on top of that directly. So that's, like, the real adult grown woman way. I learned this way, I think, from Willem. Willem probably taught me. I still use her tape that she sells on her website today. Shameless plug. Go get your tucking tape from Miss Willem. But then there's other things like gaffs. So a lot of girls will use gaffs, which is basically like a very tight panty. Now, there are like ways you can make them at home. I've never tried, but I think if you cut the top of pantyhose off and then use like the tube part of the sock, so you like put the tube part of the sock in between. I don't know, girl. It's something creative that the kids do at home. I like to use Tuck It Up. Tuck It Up is a great company. There's also Trans Lingerie. They are amazing. And both of those work really well if you're looking for like a tucking type panty, which, like I said, you'll tuck however you find a way to tuck, whether you do the method I described in the beginning or you just kind of mush it all together. There's different ways. And, a lot of girls, they pad, so they don't really have to tuck as fierce as I do. But because I'm wearing nothing, no tights or nothing, I really have to do it the first way that I described.
I think it's so interesting. That's why I love having you on the podcast and doing this with you, because I do feel like there are a lot of other podcasts or shows or even like Drag Race. And I don't know these facts like to a T. Like, I know what tucking is. Everybody knows what tucking is, but how you actually do it or whatever, like nobody's like going on the internet all the time and trying to do the research. So thank you for spilling that.
So body modification is a part of my job, and I'm very proud of my tuck. I think my tuck is extremely impressive. In fact, Austin Young, an incredible artist out of Los Angeles, photographer, I did a short film with him during COVID with Alaska and Willem, and actually love Connie too, who I love.
Yes.
And my tuck was filmed, like literally filmed. Like you see my, pussycat stick, and you see me tape, and you see how I do it from beginning to ending. And, a lot of people were very shocked by that. But, I'm a dancer. We're born to love our bodies. We're born around quick changes. So I'm not ashamed of being naked. I was not ashamed of showing that. And I think ultimately, again, a lot of people want to know, and people don't really want to talk about it because there is this sort of ideology that we should be ashamed or stigma around the whole idea of tucking. But I say, mama, let that tuck breathe and get up into it, girl. It's part of my job. Now, what about you? I have to know. I'm sure you've had an embarrassing moment on stage. We got to give it. Ike was asking us both.
See, I'm not always on stage. So I will give you the most embarrassing thing to happen to me that stuck with me for a very long time. And that was in we're going all the way back to the first grade. I was in a private school, and we had a bathroom in our classroom. I don't know why, but it was like a personal bathroom in the classroom, so you could just go in there when you needed to go.
That actually sounds nice.
Right? Yeah, so you don't have to get up and go anywhere. However, it was reading corner, and they had all the kids down in the reading corner, and I was like, I have to go to the bathroom before reading corner. I go to the restroom. Of course, I had to go a number 2. I ended up flushing the toilet, and it started overflowing. I freaked out. And I didn't know what to do. I ran out of the bathroom, pants and underwear down.
No.
And yes. And the whole
Why didn't
reading.
you at least pull your pants up?
Because I got scared. The water was like, I ran out. I'm in the first grade. And literally, I had Spider-Man tighty whities. And I pulled those things up, and everybody was laughing. And people started calling me Spidey Whitey.
Oh,
so
that's kind of cute, though. It's kind of cute,
Yeah.
but also very embarrassing as a first grader, for sure.
Yes, exactly.
For sure.
So maybe some more embarrassing moments will happen. Maybe I'll get on a stage and that will,
Well, I hope not for our sake, because no one likes to have embarrassing moments. They're never fun. They're never enjoyable, but I guess they do make a great podcast story. So thank you, Ike, for your question. We really appreciate you tuning in and listening to Queening Out.
Well, Laganja, this week, as we develop this podcast, more segments are going to come. We are going to give everybody what they want. I think that we have a new segment called Am I the Drama?
Who, me? Am I the drama? No.
Is it me? Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Maybe I am.
Yes. Well, tell me more about this segment. Wait, actually, I know about this segment because I have a script. This is a segment where we will go over all the tea from the past week revolving around All-Stars. So, for instance, this week we are going to start with...
Ooh, okay. Did you see this? So
I didn't. I'm gagging just reading this.
So Fashion Photo Review just ended up bringing on Violet Chachki and Got Mick to do this season.
Hey, Garge.
Yeah. No Garge. So the thing that went really crazy and viral with the fandom is that Violet booted all of Raja's looks last week and basically said she didn't like the type of drag that Raja is now doing. So everybody was going against it, saying she wasn't right in what she said. So it kind of opened this topic of conversation of can anybody give critiques on fashion? Should things be taken so seriously if somebody says they do not like an outfit?
Well, here's my thought first. A, Gottmik and Violet wouldn't even have a job if it wasn't for Raja. So let's recognize first who opened the door for those two to sit there and give their opinions. But, I think that Violet is known for her outspoken fashion taste and opinions. And if someone is going to critique Raja, I think that it is totally fair that it comes from Violet. And, at the end of the day, like I said, as long as she recognized that she wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Raja, then, that's just her opinion. And who cares? I mean, Violet corsets every freaking time she performs. And it's well, I'm tired of seeing that silhouette. So you know what I'm saying? It's we're all allowed to have opinions on each other.
I agree 100%. And I think there's always this surrounding, me not being a drag queen. I always think, should I speak out? And then I get to the point where I'm like, okay, we have who? Ross Matthews on the panel. We have Michelle Visage on the panel. We have
not funny man Ross Matthews.
But like the hilarious Ross Matthews.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. If they have the ability to judge or give their opinions on drag culture, or if you bring in a Vanessa Williams or a guest judge and they all give their opinion, I think that anybody can give an opinion. We all have different opinions. You may not agree with it, and that's what we say. So
there it is. Way to go, Violet and Gottmik, for stirring up drama and getting viewers. I would say job well done. I wasn't one of them, but I will be after this.
Well, now, okay, I need you, Laganja, to click this second link.
Okay. Oh, these are links. Wow, the script is getting so fancy.
Oh, it's getting fancy. And I want you to watch
it's a Reddit. I'm scared. It's a Reddit moment. The Reddit gets me real nervous, girl. Okay, it's loading. I see Cornbread and Miss Carrie Colby.
Yes. Did you clock it?
Not She-Devil by Night. Are they referring to my sister?
Ow, ass. So do you think we're going to get a lot more ass this season? Only She-Devil by Night would know.
Oh! Yes. So, we gave the tea about She-Devil by Night, how people think that Trinity has a Reddit account and it's She-Devil by Night and that she's posing as a black trans woman, which is very interesting. But in WoW Presents Plus's Binge Queens, they had this episode come out and Kim Chi, when it came up to Trinity, ended up referencing her as She-Devil by Night. And then the internet kind of went by storm, but then WoW took it out of the episode. So now it's edited and it's no longer in there.
Wow. What do you think the tea is on that?
I don't know. I was eating it up though. I was like,
they're trying to hide something, or what do you think?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't want, did Trinity have something in her contract? I don't want this brought up. I don't know. But it was taken out.
Wow, that is some good tea, Joseph. You are just the Nancy Drew of drag.
Well, we gotta give the kids what they want. We gotta find it out.
Well, you're educating me on all of this, so I am living, girl. I am living.
Well, this week we get into, the girls, they get to spin a wheel to figure out what Wheel of Fortune City will inspire the fabric and color of what they will be designing. And we're going to get into all of that after this break.
And we are back. That's right, it is Queening Out, and we are about to dive deep into the design challenge. But before we do, baby, it's time for a time warp!
Woo-hoo!
So when I was on season 6, our very first episode was actually a design challenge.
Did that scare you?
I really think at that age, I was 23 years old, I was so confident in everything I did. It's crazy. Over the years, I've just lost confidence. But back then, I just thought I was the shit and my stuff did not stink and you could not take the dole. And I don't remember exactly how it worked. I think because I won the first mini challenge, which was a photo shoot where we jumped into RuPaul's hip pads, I got to pick the TV shows for each of the girls. Actually, it's all coming back. It's all coming back to me. Because I remember I gave Adore Honey Boo Boo, and she was so mad, and she thought I did that on purpose.
Did you?
No, girl. She gave Honey Boo Boo style. I thought she was actually going to like that show. Do you know what I mean? It went with her aesthetic. So I don't even know. I did give her Honey Boo Boo, right? Am I thinking
did.
right? I think
You
so.
did.
And I gave Downton Abbey, although at the time I didn't know what it was called. So I called it Downtown Abbey. And I gave that to Bendela Creme because she was old. And I really feel like I tried to give the girls what fit their style. But I, of course, naturally picked Dancing with the Stars, which please #tweet Laganja for Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh my God, it is still my ultimate dream. I know I always say I don't want to do reality competition, but So You Think You Can Dance, if I were to be able to do Dancing with the Stars, it's in my expertise. So I would love to be on that show, even though Tyra took it over and I'm a little on that, but whatever. I got a disco ball and I thought it would be super creative to like take it apart and use those mirrors as like, you know, rhinestones or jewels on my outfit. And so there I was in the workroom, like literally, I think I used like a screwdriver, like a flathead screwdriver, and was just like at the ball.
No.
I remember, yes, I remember like if you've ever watched Project Runway, when anyone's ever using like grommets and they have to like use hammering, people always get mad at them because they're really loud during the challenge, you know what I mean? And I definitely was that girl. Like I was over there hammering. I think I got cuts in my hands. I'm pretty sure one of the PAs came over to me and was like, is there another tool we can get you? Like, we're nervous. But I was like, no, I've got to take all these pieces off this disco ball right now. And so, you know what? To this day, I still stick by this look. Now, I will be honest, the wedges choices. I don't ever wear wedges these days. I don't know why I thought that was okay back then, but I thought maybe because it was a silver wedge, like it matched or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But what I really remember was that Adam Levine. No.
Adam
Lambert. Yeah.
I was like,
read
Adam
me.
Levine on Drag Race? Woo!
I wish, right, Dad? But no, Adam Lambert like read me, and I was like so upset about that because he was like living for April Carry-On, who, by the way, still my favorite from that challenge. She had Duck Dynasty, and she turned it out with that like Vivienne Westwood inspired plaid moment, and she had like the duck on the string. So cool. But yeah, he read me, and I was so upset about it to this day. Like I still am a little butthurt about it because I don't think it was that bad. But basically my critique was the hair blended into the ruff, which I do see. I mean, it totally does, but I also think that was like still very fashion. I think the bottom half of the outfit was obviously very disappointing because I spent the whole time working on the corset. It was just a black panty with like a piece of black fabric in the back to give me some cape and drama. But whatever, girl. I still stand by the look, just like I still stand by everything I did on that show because it made me who I am today. And yeah, I am proud that I successfully was, I believe, safe on that first challenge with this look.
Well, let me ask you, when you guys are doing a design challenge, what is the typical day like? Like, how long did you have to make this outfit?
So I'm pretty sure that the way the day worked was we did the whole introduction on the first day, walking into the workroom, and then we went right into the photo shoot. And then right after the photo shoot, we got out of drag, and then we went and were revealed what our challenge was going to be. And then we got to start to work on our outfits. So that was literally one day right there. It was an insane first day. Yeah. And mind you, we had been locked in our hotel room for 3 days. We were never explained to why. They literally just put us in our hotel room, which, by the way, for people who don't know, you're literally locked in your hotel room with no cell phone. They put tape over your door to make sure you don't leave. And for me, because I'm a cigarette smoker, the only way I could leave would be to smoke a cigarette, and I would have to slide a note underneath the door and wait for the hall monitor to walk by and see my note and let me out. So, girl, I was going stir crazy. So by the time... Yeah, it was like mental mind warfare, in my opinion. So by the
here
time
you are doing it again.
Love it. So by the time I finally got out of my room to film the show, like I was so full of energy and Red Bull that like I don't think the day seemed long to me back then, but just now describing what all we did in one day, it's like, holy shit, like that is a lot. So we were probably given that, you know, end of the first day into the second day to work on our outfit. Now, I can't remember if we were allowed to take our outfit home to work on it. I think we were, but I'm not 100% positive because I have smoked a lot of ganja since then. But we definitely had, you know, probably about 12 hours to like work on the outfit from beginning to end. And actually that seems a little bit more, maybe a little less, maybe like 8 hours to work on the whole outfit. So for me, my headpiece was already done. My shoes were already done. So really I spent most of my time working on that corset and gluing on those individual glass squares from the disco ball.
If you could improve this look today, what would you change on it or improve it by?
Yeah, well, I definitely think I would change the hair. I think I would pull the hair back and put it up into like a high ponytail so that we could get some more neck. And then, yeah, I would try to do something to the bottom half. I don't really know what that would mean. Maybe like taking those disco ball pieces and gluing them onto the panty so it's like all silver, or definitely a different shoe for sure. Maybe taking body paint, silver body metallic paint, and painting it up the legs in a cool design. You know, something to really kind of accentuate the bottom half, because I definitely feel like that part of the outfit wasn't as thought out. But again, overall, I still stand by this look. I still think it was like a great moment for me to introduce myself to the show because even though I didn't sew anything, I think it was really creative how I took apart the disco ball.
Yes. And, you did take apart that disco ball. You ended up smashing it and smashing it all into that corset. Do you think that you would do well in a design challenge today?
My gut instinct is to say no, because like I said, I've just lost confidence over these years, but I feel like, I would probably do okay because I'm still very much a creative person. And when I am placed under pressure, I just go. I don't necessarily think and stress like I do now when I have time to really look at every detail and think about things. So I think I would do, as good as Jinx, if not a little bit better for sure. But I definitely don't think I'm going to Raja it out,
Yeah, for sure. That's how I feel. I feel like it would be nice and hot glued for me. I've never used a sewing machine. I also think that I think if you know how to hot glue properly, this is me speaking from all my hot glue experience, but I think if you know how to do it properly, then you can make it look good. I think it just comes down to like the tackiness sometimes that people are like trying to rush that it fucks it over.
I agree 100%. I mean, Bridal Look won this challenge and she literally hot glued her outfit. So that's why I say, at the end of the day, this isn't Project Runway. And the fact that they think drag queens still sew their own outfits is so far-fetched. I mean, I obviously respect a queen who makes her own looks so much. Like, literally, I think that's so cool when a queen makes her own looks. But I would say that's 1 out of 10. Like, most girls are hiring designers, buying from stores, adding to. It's just not a common practice these days.
Yeah. So for Wear It or Tear It this week, we are going to go in the order that these lovely queens went in, but we're going to go over all 3 of their looks at one time. And how about we wear it or tear it 1 time each for all of their looks? Does that make sense?
I love
say
it.
that right?
Yeah,
okay,
it totally
cool.
makes sense. Let's wear it or tear it 3 times in a row for each girl.
Yeah, there we go.
In the order of their appearance. I got
in
you,
the
girl.
order of their appearance. So we have Vanna White Realness. Now, for those who may not know, Vanna White was, or she still is, she's on Wheel of Fortune. She is the lovely model who will ping, ping. Wheel of Fortune is a game show. It's basically like Hangman. You're guessing letters to end up forming either a sentence or
not
a
Hangman,
phrase.
girl. The kids don't know what Hangman is. They're even lost more when you say that.
Wait, no, because RuPaul did Hungman.
He did? I feel like kids these days on TikTok are like, Hangman, what is Joseph talking
what's
about?
that?
Right. No, it's a game where you fill in the blank. How about that?
Oh, see,
that's why we're co-hosting, hun.
We're co-hosting, and I now understand why my boyfriend tells me that I talk in circles, because you described that in 2 seconds. We have Jinx Monsoon. She comes out, and I thought, this was the coolest thing to have Vanna White at the very end of the stage, and just like there when all the girls were popping out around the corner, and it was like,
now,
surprise!
Do you think those reactions were real?
No. I don't
either.
I feel like the first one was real. I feel like whoever came out first was real. And then I feel like once they went back, like, fuck, Vanna White's here.
No, I don't think that. But what I think is they told them the minute you come out, look stage right, and a surprise is going to be there. Because, like, I noticed they would turn the corner and they were all looking stage right. And I was like, okay, so they were prepped. And I'm sure they were prepped to say, like, have a big reaction. Because I felt like if it was me and I'd turn the corner, I mean, now look, I know Wheel of Fortune, I know Vanna White, but if it were me, like, I'm so in it, like, when the runway's happening, like, I don't think I would have given that reaction. I would have turned the corner and looked at her and been like, yeah, mama, I'm serving you, and just, like, kept, so I feel like they were preempted maybe to give big reactions.
Yes, and I also think that Vanna White has had a very big evolution of, like, as we've seen her hair, like, on the runway and all this stuff. Like, she has changed over the years. She looked gorgeous. However, that's not the Vanna White that I remember watching. So if I were to walk out on that stage, I'd be like, oh, there's a white lady with blonde hair. Hi.
Well, I did love that she came out all in black because it really set Jinx up for success.
Yes.
Because honestly, I don't think of Vanna White in black. So when Jinx came out, it was like, well, she got really lucky, And I actually really liked the look. Now, wasn't crazy about that necklace if we're going to get nitpicky, but I do think she looked good. And for me, it's definitely a wear it.
You wear it well.
I agree. And also, I saw that this was actually a reference to, I guess, a Halloween episode of Wheel of Fortune. And this is what Vanna White's dress did look like. So I got it. She went in with what would work well on Jinx. I think that it works great on her. And yeah, like you said, the Vanna White being like, she wanted to wear black that day too, really did give it to Jinx.
And I loved seeing Jinx in blonde hair. That was a nice switch for her. And she looked beautiful in blonde with that great kind of neon orange red lip. It looked good.
Yeah. I would wear it.
You wear it well.
Now we are on to, this I thought was so cool. It's like before and after.
Okay, so you got to explain this to me because I had to rewind it several times. I don't get this category. How does this category work?
This category is basically taking two things and putting them together to where it kind of like forms a sentence. So kind of like...
But why was it called before or after?
Because it's like...
You see? Because like Baby Jane Fonda, like I was like, how is that before and after? Jane Fonda didn't play Baby Jane. Like, I don't know. I thought maybe I was thinking into it too deep and maybe you're right. It's just supposed to be two different things mashed together. But I thought they kind of explained it like before and afters.
Yeah, they did explain it before and afters. I think... it's a bad way to explain it. I think that the best way to explain it is that it's two different concepts that are connected by one word.
Right.
So you have the movie Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, and then you also have Jane Fonda. So it would be Whatever Happened to Baby Jane Fonda, and that's
Got it. So it's before and after because you're finishing the sentence with something different, right?
Yes. Oh,
okay. So that's how that makes sense. Yeah. I haven't been smoking cannabis over here, so I think, I'm really quick-witted right now. I'm like, okay, now it's making sense. Mind you, I'm sitting in a full weed romper, but, got to represent, honey. Well, I don't know about you, but I loved the look. I mean, I thought she totally nailed it. It was giving me Barbarella. It was giving me Baby Jane. Again, in the blonde hair, the makeup was on point. I thought she nailed the look. Now, is this something I would wear? No, but I'm going to say wear it because it really did look good on her and she delivered the concept.
You wear it well.
Whatever Happened to Baby Jane was one of my favorite movies when I was in high school. I still love it to this day.
Me too.
If you have not seen it, it is a great movie to watch. And then when you're done watching it, you should totally go check out Feud. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
I knew it.
But literally, she got the makeup down right. Baby Jane was about like a former child star. So, and her mom always put her on the stage. So the makeup is very cakey, white kind of like curls, blonde curls. And then she went with the whole Barbarella thing from Jane Fonda. And I love the big bow on the back too. I think that really pulled it together. Would I wear it? I would wear the face. I would love to wear that face once.
Would you?
Yeah, I think that would be funny. Just once.
Sure. It's a good Halloween look.
There you go. I would so wear it for a Halloween look.
So it's a wear it, right?
A wear it, yeah.
You wear it well.
And then we have Jinx coming out in the outfit that she designed. It was so nice when Jinx was struggling and she was about to rip it up, because I've come into that place so many times where like I'm on that brink and I will just be like, fuck it. But it was so good to see Trinity come over there and be like, nope, don't do that right now. Let's figure out how to fix this. And that
Agreed.
I really respected.
I love those sister moments. I feel like, as much as Bianca got a bad rap on my season, she helped Adore a lot. Now, do I think that's why Adore stayed over me? Well, maybe. But I'm just saying, it is really nice when we see them kind of let their guard down, let the competition go for a second, and help a girl who's really struggling, because, yeah, like you said, Jinx was on the brink of tearing that up and not having enough time. And the fact that Trinity went over and helped her, I think, saved her ass. And I gotta be honest, I don't hate the look. I think with the styling, she really pulled it together. I loved the nude sleeve with the sort of floating appliques. I loved the purple lace over her eyes with her signature color hair in contrast. Is it my favorite outfit? No, but again, I don't hate it. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'd wear it. Yeah.
You wear it well.
I will say the one thing that I think took away from the illusion was the back cape. The back cape, because of the same color, it blended into the front fabric. So it gave off a less cinched waist. Does that make sense? Like it kind of like gives an illusion. So I believe if that cape was a little bit darker or something, it would have made it pushed it to that level. But yeah, you know what? I wouldn't have been able to do better than this. So I
Thank
give
you.
it
Me
to
either.
you. So yes, I would wear that.
You wear it well.
Next, we have Shea Coulee. What type of dress is this?
Well, it's not a Vanna White dress, and they
No.
called her out for that. But it's like a gorgeous, I don't know what you call this dress. It has a peplum on it. I know that. And it's a cap sleeve. But that's about as far as I can go with you.
What is that
On, like-
thing right at the waist? Like, what is that?
That's called a peplum.
That's called a peplum.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is it kind of like a pinkish white? Would you describe, or is it white?
I think it's white. Okay. White. Maybe it's soft, really light pink, but I think it's white.
Yeah, this isn't Vanna White. I love the
It isn't.
dress. I love the dress. I love the hair. I love the makeup. I love everything. But to me, this is not Vanna White. So for this particular runway, I would tear it.
I have to agree. You know, I hate to do this to my girl Shea. I'm such a Shea fan, but honestly, I think we might have 3 terrets in a row for me. But let me not get ahead of
So
myself.
let's not get ahead. We'll see. So we tore that first one. Next up, we have the before and after, which is the gold tooth fairy.
So see, where is the before and after in this? Who is she combining?
She's combining gold.
Tooth with fairy. Okay,
Yeah.
gold tooth with fairy. Okay.
So this was my thing about this. I love the concept. I love the hair. I love the top piece. I love the wings. The yellow, I think, is giving me yellow and not gold. So that takes away from the illusion to me. And I also was kind of confused why she has watches on her arms as her like sleeves. Like, what does that have to do with gold tooth or tooth fairy? But maybe I'm just not getting it.
Well, I think they made a joke about how maybe she uses that thing that was in her hand, which was like a wrench, I believe, like to take the teeth out and then sell them for gold.
Got you.
Like maybe that was her story. I don't know. I just didn't get it for me. And ultimately, as a look, like it fell short. I feel like she's just so fashionable. And I felt like it was just like a very ready to wear dress. Like you could see her black panty, which probably was camera angle, not her fault. But I don't know. This one didn't work for me. And I also I love those gloves. They're very Cardi B. But I also feel like we've seen it. And then we just have some wings stuck on. And I don't know. I didn't love it.
I'm going to have to tear it.
I do too. Sorry, Shea. Again, she's my girl, but we went from Baby Jane Fonda, which is such a clear example of what this challenge was, and I just felt like, gold tooth fairy, gold tooth, it wasn't enough. She needed to have a full gold grill, and then I don't know, it's hard to go with gold tooth and then kind of elaborate on that idea, I feel.
I would have loved if she would have had like some type of, I wouldn't say a panty or something, but I would have loved something around her crotch area that would have been like gold teeth. Like there's no gold teeth
Love
anywhere.
that.
So I'm
Not
like
the vagina
embellishing with
dentata.
something. Yes. Well, next up we have her look that she made. And this is a bridal look. Her color was white. It is a sleeveless white dress.
You're doing great. You're doing great, sweetie.
Okay. This is my first opinion, and I'm going to give this to you. I think the dress is very beautiful. I love the bonnet that is on her head. I want her to take that tulle away and just throw it. Literally, I think this is so beautiful, but I think that the tulle just downgrades it a little.
The tulle is giving me beekeeper. You know how they wear those things like over their head, and then she had wrapped around her body.
Yeah.
So it also kind of reminded me of when you throw toilet paper up into the trees. What do you call that when you do that to the people?
Oh, TP.
TPing, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then her first bridal look that she did on her previous season was so amazing that this was just, I don't know, I was disappointed, and I'm with you. I loved the headpiece. The head wrap was such a great idea. I think the dress was very beautiful, however simple, but impressive that she made that, like they pointed out, with the corsetry and the very cute little heart neckline. But overall, for me, it's a tear it. I didn't love her runway looks this week, y'all. Yeah. I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. She's a fashion icon. I mean, come on. Last week we were gagging over her. So this, for me, it was a disappointment.
I do have one question, too. When it comes down to makeup between 3 looks and a ball, do you guys have time to change makeup? Because here, Shea's makeup is the same for all 3 looks. If we're looking at Jinx's, Jinx's was different for the Vanna White look, but then the Baby Jane was for both the second and third. Do you guys have time to do that or no?
Well, way to rub in the fact that I lost and never got to do a ball challenge. I'm feeling really bitter over here now. I wouldn't know because I didn't get to the ball. I mean, I think there has to be time, right? Because Jinx changed her full makeup. So there must be time. I mean, they usually would only give us 2 hours to get ready for the challenge. So it's very, very quick. I usually would spend like an hour and 45 minutes on makeup and then rush to get into my outfit. But my guess would be they probably got 2 hours to get ready into their first look and then an hour in between each to go into their other looks. But I don't know. This is just my guess.
Just your guess. Well, let's, you want to take over Miss Monet Exchange?
All right, Miss Monet Exchange. She is definitely trying, I feel, to give us Vanna White realness. You know, she went for the blonde hair. I can't say, though, that I would see Vanna in this dress. I didn't really think it was Vanna White. We had some girls who really nailed this category. And so for me, I'm going to have to say it's a Tarot.
Same. I will say it's a Tarot. And also, I've never seen Vanna White with that hair before. It is blonde, but it's not.
At least it's blonde. That's all I'm saying. At least she was trying. At least she was trying, girl.
All right. And so her dress, if you need a visual, guys, is a white, what would you call that?
Loincloth. I don't know.
There you go. The before and after.
It's better than a loincloth. It's a asymmetrical, one-sleeved with one leg showing, pleated. That's it. Okay, so now what was her before and after for this? It was Bob what?
Bob,
Elizabeth?
the drag queen Elizabeth.
Okay, so I feel like I got it, but I also feel like I didn't. Where is the Queen Elizabeth? Because the outfit's definitely very Bob, right?
I would say that the outfit is kind of like a combo.
Is it? Okay.
I mean, I think Bob had something very, very similar to this, and the purse was supposed to be Elizabeth. I think she should have done a wig, and either if the wig
and
was
then revealed to the paint,
yes.
maybe that could have helped. Yeah,
because I like you said, I don't get too much of Elizabeth out of this.
And the white glove, I don't know. I guess the white glove and the pearls, right, is also supposed to be like Elizabethan.
Oh yeah.
I don't hate it. I'd honestly wear it. Like, I think it's kind of a cute outfit, and I loved the pink lining. So I'm going to give her a wear it, but it's a very, like, on the brink of tearing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You wear it well.
All right. Well, that's a wear it. Next up, we have her look that she made herself, and it was a green-inspired look.
And y'all already know, honey, if it ain't green, I'm not interested. I, again, have mixed feelings about this look.
Well, describe it so I can understand these words.
Okay, so the top is giving me balled up tissue paper. We've got a genie pant that is open on the sides, allowing her legs and booty to breathe. And she's got a shrug. It looks like it's a shrug, at least, also with open sleeves. Now, I love the pants, love the shrug, but obviously the top for me, it was a miss. I felt like it was it was just kind of like a balled up fabric mess. I just didn't really feel like it worked. Now, she just posted this on Instagram, and I gotta say, it looks amazing. So whatever she did on Instagram with Facetune or fixing it when she went home, like, she really turned it for me. But I definitely was like, eh. But again, I am going to give her a wear it because I totally would wear it. I mean, it's green, hello, and it's got slits and it's got movement, and she sold it on the runway. And you could tell she really liked it and was really feeling it. And so that always kind of works for me. When the girl is like really feeling the look, like, I'm willing to like kind of sort of like with Jinx, you know, like obviously there were things in there that were a little wrong, but it was still a wear it. So that's what I would say for this. It's a wear it.
You wear it well.
I agree with everything you said. I think it totally is a wear it. She sold this outfit. Green is a beautiful color on her. The maroon or burgundy wig that she has, I also love. But I do agree with you. I think that the top is just a little disjointed and looks a little messy. But besides that, I would totally wear it. I think that she did it.
Yeah, no, she did it for sure.
Jada Essence Hall coming out in a silver, is this sequined? Is this sequined?
Silver sequin.
Shoulderless.
No, off the shoulder.
Off the shoulder.
With a plunging V neckline. You were getting close, though. You were getting close.
I'm getting better. You know what?
You are. You are. You really are. Well, I'm sorry, baby, but Miss Jada Essence Hall hit it out of the park this week for me.
Yes.
And this is a great example of Vanna White. She is absolutely giving me Vanna White realness, down to the hair, to the silhouette, to the way she was selling it on the runway. I mean, this is a total wear it.
You wear it well.
Total wear it. And it just took it over the line when she did the boop, boop. I was like, yes, there you go. You sold me. That's all I need. I love it.
And her confessionals are so good. Oh my God. She is hysterical.
Can I say, I tweeted this out. I believe that, in all honesty, that Sherry Pie edit, sorry for the people that Voldemort's name we can't speak, but when Sherry Pie was on her season and they edited her out, I believe that we lost a lot of Jada's personality. So now seeing her on this all-star season, and we see a lot of her confessionals and we see all this, and I'm like, we didn't see this on her season because of the edit. So it's just nice to see Jada as Jada, you know? Like,
and why is that? I've seen this online with the pie, and I didn't understand. I was like, why are they saying pie? But now I'm getting it. So what happened? Like, remind me. I remember that they had to edit the pie out, but why did that affect Jada's edit?
So everybody was believing that Sherry Pie was going to win. And she was in the type 4. So when everything came out and they did a rush edit, it kind of, like, the other 3 girls that were in the top 4, you didn't really get their personality. You didn't get really anybody's personality that season, probably because a lot of the confessionals, they were probably talking about Sherry Pie. So they had to cut out a lot of the stuff. So, like, they cut out the whole reading challenge. Like, they cut out a lot that episode. So
interesting. Well, I'm so glad that we're getting to see her personality, because I can say, as someone who is on tour with her, she is literally that hysterical. She, like, will randomly do these characters and just, like, keep going in these characters, and you just have to, like, kind of jump in with her and, like, play with the character. Like, she's so much fun, and she really is doing such a great job on the show. So yeah, this is a wear it for me. Wear it for you.
Yes, total wear it.
You wear it well.
This next look, I mean, I'm sorry, it is just incredible. Now, bag lady, red lady. There's a red lady. Oh, the red lady owes the Instagram. No, I get it now. The red lady emoji.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
She's the red lady and bag lady, and that's what she put together. Red bag lady, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that part was a little like, for me, but I'm sorry. The look is absolutely iconic. Like, this is probably one of my favorite looks I've ever seen. I want the dress. I love the dress. So creative, so cool. She looked like $1 million. I mean, the hair, the headpiece, again, the way she walked and sold it, the tassels. It's just, this is a phenomenal look. Phenomenal.
I could not agree with you more. I think that this, when she walked down, I was like, okay, this is fashion. This is literally taking this concept, putting these two things together, and you sold it. I would kill if somebody could make that in a non-dress form for me. I would wear the shit out of that. I love it.
Yeah, I could see it being made into pants easily.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be as cool, just saying. But, boys wear dresses too, hun. It's 2022.
Boys wear dresses too, but I don't know if that would look flattering on me with my shoulders.
Trust me, anything that's cinched in at the waist like that is going to look flattering on anyone. Yeah, no, she killed it. It's a wear it for sure.
You wear it well.
Now, for her final look, she is giving us Goth Couture. And now, this may not be the most unique silhouette, but the fact that she made that garment, I am blown away by. It literally looks so professional. Like, I was also so gagged when she said she basically made all her looks on her season. I did not know that. So, again, props to her, because most drag queens are not out there making their own looks. And the way she styled this with that big black chunky chain necklace, the thigh-high boots, I mean, the hair, the makeup, she killed it. She killed this week's challenge.
Did you watch Untucked?
Nope.
She made the thigh highs. She
love it.
So I guess it was like a cover that she made for the shoes that she had. I think that this is incredible. Not only do I think it's incredible that she made all of this, I love that she used multiple fabrics.
Yeah.
A lot of times, when I see other dresses that queens do, it's like 1 or 2 fabrics, but literally it's like a textured fabric. And then you have like a pleather. Then you have that, like, it's so much, and it's giving a story. I would wear it.
Yeah, it's a wear it for sure, 100%, hands down. Way to go, Jada. You turned it.
You wear it well.
Next up, we have Raja and her Vanna White. We have a purple Laganja.
Keep going. Purple, what is it made out of?
That
It's not rhinestones, it's
sequins.
purple sequin.
Purple sequined.
We're having what up here?
A
It's
half sleeve, a one sleeve, a full sleeve,
one shoulder, but yes.
one shoulder sleeve.
Sleevelet, sleeve.
Sleeve.
Yeah. Gown.
Anyway, it's a beautiful
Gown.
dress. It gave me the very era of Vanna White that I remember. The hair, the very like late 80s, early 90s. Love, 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 love. She captured her essence very well.
This was the best Vanna White to me.
Yes.
This is when I think of her, this is exactly what I think of. I think of that 80s hair. I think of a over-the-top sequin gown. I mean, this was nailed on the head. It's a wear it.
Wear it.
You wear it well.
Next up is, I'm sorry, this was the biggest tear it for me.
Oh, wow. Interesting. I loved the name, though. What was it?
It was Olivia Newton-John Waters.
Love it. See, that's a
Love
good
it.
way to use the name.
Very good. I think that my little...
She did. She missed it.
It was just the mustache for John Waters. Like, John Waters is known for wearing suits. John Waters is known for no hair. Like, there's different ways that I believe she could have incorporated just a little bit more. But all I got was Olivia Newton-John, and I didn't even see the mustache until they did like a full close-up.
And even in the close-up, you couldn't see it, which I was like, well, that was on purpose. Like, they never, like, gave us, like, a real close-up slow so we could see the little mustache. Mm-hmm. But I think that was the point, because from where the judges were sitting, I bet they really couldn't see it. Mm-hmm. So I'm with you. I would have loved for her to maybe come out in a suit jacket and then have that come off. Or she could have taken it further, but I'm sorry. I'd wear it. She looks freaking phenomenal.
She looks great.
Think the idea of those two together is really smart. So it's still a wear it for me.
You wear it well.
It's a wear it in its own right, but for the challenge, I think I'm gonna have to tear it.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I know we are both gonna say the look that she made is a wear it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? She's so good at that. She's so good at making her own stuff. It blows my mind.
I literally was speechless when she came down the runway, because to be able to make this, I don't even know what the fuck this is called, but this top that's very like royal, regal, Elizabethan, whatever you want to call it. This is everything to me. I think that the makeup too is flawless. There's nothing I can shit on. No, I love it.
There's literally nothing. And again, I just love that she is using her natural gray hair so much. I think it is so cool. Now, I do think that is a bang piece clipped in there, but she just looks phenomenal, and she nailed like her inspiration. What was she supposed to be representing?
The Golden Pagoda Yangon, Myanmar.
Yeah, she's really giving that. I don't even know what that is, but I know she's giving it.
Yeah.
But she's giving that. Yeah, it's a total wear it.
Same. Total wear it. I love this. I feel like this should be put in the museum. I would look at this every day. It's gorgeous.
You wear it well.
Next up, it's not Vanna White.
It's not. Evie Oddly, I mean, God bless her. She was like, well, I'm giving my take on. Well, no, girl. It's called Realness for a reason. You're not supposed to give a take on something that's called Realness. So now, do I think she looked gorgeous and would I wear it? Yes, 100%. So I know it's not fair because I just let Raja slip on something for not hitting it. But I mean, we have to tear it because it's just not, it didn't hit the challenge like at all. But I would wear this look. I do think she looked gorgeous. And the fact that she did her makeup so soft and feminine, like she did try. You can't say she didn't try. And like she said, the hair was big. Like she really did try, but it was giving me more like Egyptian princess goddess vibes, you know?
Yeah. I actually think that the whole look and the hair on her is beautiful, just not for, the actual runway challenge, which then is leading me to believe whenever you get back around your sisters, I would love to know, was it actually called Vanna White Realness at first?
Or was it called Wheel of Fortune Realness?
Yes.
Usually exactly. They don't tell you the exact name. So like for one of my challenges, I remember it was like Black and White challenge. So we knew it had to be black and white, but we didn't really know what it was going to be. So yeah, I have a feeling it could have been that way. I do.
I love that you said Wheel of Fortune, because then that is giving me fortune. That makes sense to me.
Oh, she is giving you fortune.
Yeah.
Because she's giving you like Egyptian royalty. I've got money. Maybe that is what they were told. Who knows?
We'll figure it out.
I will. I'll find out the tea.
Find out that tea. Well, we have her coming out as
Cardi B. Arthur.
B. Arthur.
Yeah. No, I love this one. It's hysterical to me. She nailed it.
And she nailed this beyond. I was dying. I was like, and then when she pulled that reveal and then her titties were, I loved it.
And the hair. She pulled out the hair.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a total wear it. Total
wear it.
You wear it well.
Then we have the look that she constructed herself. It is pink. It is from the Pink City in India.
Shockingly, I liked it. I really did. I thought it was, just her interpretation of pink. And I loved that she had the fishnet on her face. It was giving me very Club Kid. Again, I loved her makeup. I loved the styling with the pink chain in her head and the pink chain wrapped around her waist and the bright pink shoe with the bright pink chain. I loved the little necklace that had the, E in it. I mean, or it wasn't a no. I don't remember, but it was for her name. I don't know. I liked it. I liked the ripped up dress. Like, it was so different and it was fully committed. So I liked it.
To me, it gave off a very... Did you ever see The Skin I Live In?
No.
It is a movie by Pedro Almodovar.
Oh, I love him. Okay.
Yeah, and it was with Antonio Banderas, and basically there's a whole face wrap situation and a whole, it's a lot. I don't want to give all the movie away, but it's very that, but it's plastic surgery reasons. So This is what I got from it, and I think that, to me, I think, how sometimes in your life things stick to you no matter what, you're not going to be able to change it. Do I think that this look is beautiful? Yes, but it just reminds me of somebody getting plastic surgery. And I think to me that takes it away from me, but it's not going to take it away from everybody else. So yeah.
So it's a tear for you.
It's a tear.
It's a tear for you, wear it for me. All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, mixed bag of reviews. And that's what I love about Evie is she's not everyone's cup of tea, but she always sticks to who she is. And I think that's really cool. Well, up next, we have the Vivienne, and she is giving us a silk wrap. No, not a silk. This is a crushed velvet wrap dress, and it's a no for me. It's a tear it.
I agree. I believe that this, to me, looks like a look that maybe you put in your suitcase to have as a lip sync look just in case, something you can breathe freely. It doesn't give Vanna White to me, and neither does the hair, but the Vivienne is from the UK. She may not know fully who Vanna White is. However, you are an all winner. You should be looking up what Vanna White looks like. But this could be money. This could be the Wheel of Fortune.
Exactly.
As we said,
if they were
don't
told
know.
Right. So if this was given fortune, I would also still give it a tear it because it's not giving me very expensive. It's not giving me over the top fortune. So yeah, no. Gorgeous dress. She looks gorgeous, but it's a tear it. Then we have her as Diana Ross.
Princess Diana Ross.
Princess Diana Ross. It's a tear it for me. I'm sorry. I just don't love it. I think she did a great job on the runway of selling it. I think it's a great before and after idea, but I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like the white belt. I think the ruching is not doing much for her body. The weird white scarf that's blowing in the wind, I assume that's a reference to Diana, but I don't know. I didn't see it.
I agree with you. I'm going to tear it.
Yeah. And then last but certainly not least, we have her in a gorgeous, simple, but well done and executed icy blue off-the-shoulder gown. And she looked so
gorgeous.
Beautiful. I mean, she looked so professional. The way that she had sort of the appliques on the sleeves and then created a bigger version of that for her hair. She looked amazing. She really did look amazing. This is an absolute wear it.
You wear it well.
Absolute wear it for me too. The only critique I would give is that the dress at the top gave off lumpy boob syndrome.
Okay.
That's the only thing, but I loved it.
Okay, uniboob. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, last but certainly not least, we have the Trinity, the Tuck Taylor. And I gotta say, she turned it out for me this week. Now, this was probably my second favorite Vanna White look. Mm-hmm. I definitely think, much like Raja, she went for that classic, more 80s vibe with the hair. And I mean, that gown. Girl, it was more stoned than me. Literally more stoned than me. I gagged.
Gorgeous. I loved is it rhinestone or sequin? How do you know the difference?
I'm sickening. No. How do you know the difference? Well, a sequin is usually like a piece of like paillette that's sewn onto the outfit, and rhinestones are usually like jewels that have been glued on. So it's a matter of like texture, I guess. I would say that this outfit is most likely all jewels, but it could have been some sequin with jewels on top. But I'm pretty sure, knowing her, she's such a pageant queen, that this is like a fully beaded gown. Now, I will be a little picky and say I don't think Vanna White has ever worn a drag earring quite like that. And again, the category is realness. So, but if it was Wheel of Fortune, she's giving you fortune. That's what I'm saying. Like, how did they know about the 80s hair? But Wheel of Fortune, they thought, duh, Vanna White.
Maybe,
so,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's a wear it for me. She killed it.
You wear it well.
They could have also said Wheel of Fortune / Vanna White or something. Like, it could have been a more encompassing thing. I love it. I totally would wear it. That hair is everything to me.
It is.
I like just could not take my eyes off the hair. Absolutely loved it. Then we have her before and after, which is
RuPaul Charles II.
Yeah.
Or the third? Is it the third or the second?
It's a number.
It's a number. You know what? I loved it. I really did. It's so out there. It's so ridiculous. Again, the way she sold it on the runway. And, you know, the way she pulled open the skirt and revealed pants. Well, I hate to break it to you, Mama Ru is sitting in pants every episode. So I kind of thought it was a read on her wearing pants. And I liked it. The shoes. It was funny to me. She sold it. It's a wear it for me.
Wear it for me.
You wear it well.
And this last look we have was her constructed look, her design challenge look, all red. I'm getting dominatrix. I am getting a bit of poison ivy. Like, what are you feeling?
Yes. I'm feeling like this is another devil reference. Like, she was giving you, you know, Lucifer again, the high fashion version. And I loved it. The way she styled it, the fact that she made her own little crop. She couldn't remember what that's called, but those of us who like BDSM, we know that's called a crop.
Wait, what's a crop?
That's what's in her hand. That's the whip.
Oh, the little swatter thing.
Yes, the ass swatter is called a crop.
Yeah.
And I just loved that neck piece that she put over the dress. And she's known for wearing dresses like this. So I think she absolutely slayed it. This was my second favorite. Raja was my favorite, but this I think is an iconic look. And that hair that went all the way down to her ass, amazing. Amazing. It's a wear it.
I just love, too, that the whole dress looks like made in a factory or made by like a pure designer, like over days, if not weeks of time. That flow at the bottom of the dress was the most impressive part to me. And then also all the cutouts being so perfectly cut out and not looking like, you know, ripped or anything. Beautiful. I loved every bit of this.
Not an easy material to work with either. So it could have looked really cheap, and she really elevated it.
Love it. Wear it.
Wear it.
You wear it well.
Well, we have our top two. Did you agree with Jada Essence Hall and Trinity the Tuck?
I think I did, honestly. I really do. I mean, I thought Raja was amazing, but because she had that kind of fumble with the John Waters, I would say yes, I totally agree with this.
Yeah, I believe exactly what you said. I think that if Raja were to have increased the Olivia Newton-John Waters, I think she would have been in the top. But I totally agree with these top two. They lip synced to Green Light by Beyonce, and Miss Jada Essence Hall won the lip sync and $10,000. What about this block?
The block was good, girl. And the reason I liked the block is because they had given her a chance to come into the alliance, and she was not down. And so it was like, well, you didn't want to be a part of our alliance, boo-boo. So guess what? We're blocking you, boo. You're over here boasting about how you're so good at everything else. Well, too bad. You won't be good next week.
Oh, who would you have blocked?
I'm going to always block Shea. I'm just going to keep blocking Shea because I think Shea is so talented. I think she's going to keep winning. So I probably would keep blocking her.
I think I would have blocked Monet because for some reason, she's just kind of getting under the radar. She has a star, but nobody's blocked her yet. And everybody's just kind of like tiptoeing around the thought. I'm like, the longer you wait, the more stars she will get.
It's true. It's true.
I think. So last week, Laganja, we had our little segment, What You Missed in Untucked, and we left because, you know, you had to go on Jinx's podcast. You were on that this past week, but they brought out the pink furry box. This is the first time I've seen that pink furry box. So our closing out topic today is bringing back the pink furry box. I want to know all about that box your season.
Well, if I do remember correctly, that is when I got a note from my parents. And I'm pretty sure I still have this note to this day. I know I saved it for many years. I don't know if in my last move, if it made it with all of my stuff, but I remember the note said something like, "Spread your wings and fly, bird." Oh, I'm going to get so emotional. Yeah. And that was like a really emotional moment for me because, you know, before I went on the show, my parents were not thrilled that I had become a drag queen. I always say that when I told them I was becoming a drag queen, they cut me off financially because they were like sad that that's what I chose to do with my life after they had paid $50,000 a year for my education. But now that I'm an adult, I think the real truth is I was kind of a fuck up after college and I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't working hard. I was a lazy stoner. And I think that's ultimately why they cut me off. But I will say it's like one of the best decisions as parents that they ever made because it really did force me to get out there and earn my own money. And I did that as a drag queen. And, you know, having this moment on the show where they basically said, like, look, we've researched into the show. We see how this show really requires you to be talented and do a whole bunch of different things. And we support you and we are behind you. I mean, it really was such a powerful moment to me. And that's why, you know, when the girls cut me off, one thing you didn't see is after the girls cut me off, I was prompted by PAs to be like, well, girl, this is supposed to be your moment and they're cutting you off. And so that's where you got the iconic, this is my moment, because I really, you know, it was a big deal to me to have my parents publicly come on a gay television show from Dallas, Texas on their little computer and figure out how to Zoom to say, look, Bird, we love you. Oh, so my parents call me Jaybird. That's my nickname since I was a little kid. Yeah. So it was just such a special moment. And I think that's why I kept that sheet of paper. And I'm pretty sure I still have it somewhere. Like, I'm almost positive. It's literally pink and it has those perforated edges. You know, those scissors that were zigzag that you could cut. That's like, I can remember it. So I know I have it somewhere. But yeah, it was such a special moment because it was my parents saying to me, like, you know, as I said on the show, after 24 years, they were accepting me. They were acknowledging that, look, you know, we didn't understand why you wanted to choose this as your career, but we see it now. We understand this is artistic. We understand this takes skill and we love you for it and we want you to win. And that was really, really cool.
Where do you stand today with your parents? Where is that at?
They're amazing. You know, coming out as trans was definitely hard and it's still a work in progress. But, you know, the coolest thing about my parents is that even at 73 and 72 years old, like, they are still working on growing and changing and becoming better people. And that's what they've taught me to do. And I just admire them so much because I can't imagine at 73 having your child who once came out as gay, once came out as a pot smoker, once came out as a drag queen, you know, then come out as trans. Like, that is a lot to take in. And I think ultimately their sort of reaction in the beginning was just their fear because they know the statistics. They know how hard it is as a trans person to live a happy life. Now, that's not to say it's not possible. Of course it's not. Of course it's possible. And I'm, you know, trying to show people that it is possible. And that's why I came out so soon in my transition, is because I wanted people to be on this journey and I wanted them to see me go, you know, from beginning to where I'm going to go. But I think that ultimately there is a lot of fear with that for my safety, for the fact that is someone ever going to love me? But I'm very happy to say that they love me with all their heart and they are working on the pronouns and they are working on, you know, they even got themselves therapy, which is just incredible because my parents were high school counselors for 30 plus years. Whenever I had issues, you know, I was in counseling and therapy. And so to see them at this age, they found like a trans man in Waco, Texas. I just think it's so cool. And I feel like it's just so lucky, you know, that I have these two incredibly kind, hardworking, patient individuals who, you know, are not perfect and have made many mistakes. And let me tell you, my sister has really bared a lot of the weight of it, my older sister, you know, but they really have tried with me to be the best parents they can be. And I think that's all you can ask of someone. No one's perfect. Everyone's going to make mistakes. At the end of the day, I have been he to them for 33 years. So it's going to take time. But the fact is they're willing and that they're trying. I think it just speaks volumes of who they are as people.
Oh, when you said the aspect that they're doing therapy with a trans man, that in Texas, like that to anybody, like they are trying. And yes, it does get frustrating. And I can't imagine what it's been like, because I have only come out as gay. So it's not like I had, multiple other facets that you had. So for them to actually do that, like, bitch, good for them. Good for them.
They're amazing people, and I'm really, like I said, I'm truly blessed, and I just hope that I can continue in my life to be like them, be even better than them, be even more successful than them, because that's ultimately, right, what every parent wants. They want their children to have a better life than them, and I think, again, that's why the trans thing was very scary for them in the beginning, and I'm sure is still to this day. I mean, I'm traveling all over the world, and sometimes to countries where, like Brazil, where trans people are killed at a higher rate than anywhere else. So I get it. It's natural for them to have those worries. But, I think every day they see that I am becoming more and more of who I've always been and who I'm meant to be. And I think as a parent, that has to be like a really rewarding gift. So I hope in the end, like I said, we'll all be one big happy family, and I'll be called she, her. And you know what I mean? We'll move on. Just like we did with drag, because like I said, in the beginning of that, it was rough too. But eventually they were buying me high heels for Christmas. So, education goes a long way. That's something they've taught me, and it's what I'm trying to do with them day by day.
Oh, I love that, Laganja. I'm so glad that you actually, are getting that support. And while it might be hard at times, they are trying. And that's what we always need to think. My dad was more accepting than my mom, but my mom cut me off when I came out as gay, and I didn't talk to her for about 2 years, and she cut me off financially, which ended up me having to get multiple jobs and stuff. But at the end of the day, she's growing now. It took some damn time, but she calls me now. I get the phone calls. I get the, how are you doing? I get the little lovey text. And it's nice to know, no, the relationship will never be the same as what it used to be, but it can change to something better in the future. So it's just always also just taking in that we all have differing opinions, and just being able to listen to somebody else and just hear them out. Don't combat them. Don't do anything. See where they're coming from, and then try to change their mind,
Absolutely. I agree.
Well, Laganja, we dove into that pink furry box, and, we got some emotions out, but that's okay. That's what pink furry boxes can do to us, right?
I know. I really wasn't expecting that. And honestly, I love that we call this section What You Missed in Untucked, because I usually am missing these episodes, but I'm going to be better. I'm going to start watching so that I can be informed for this segment.
I love it. Well, we are going to pop over to a break, and we're going to be right back. And when we get back, we're going to be talking about what we want you to write in about, what we want you to call in about. And you know what? One lucky person may be getting a little prize if we choose your email or phone call. So we'll be right back. And we are back. Laganja Estranja. We have fans. We have people listening to us. We went to number 73. So now
I can't believe that, truly. So shocking. We are killing it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to us on The Dip. We are loving it, and we are loving you for loving us, mama. It's they like me. They like me. They
yes.
really, really like me.
They like me. I'm so glad that we can incorporate fans in this. I want to say I'm putting this out there for next episode. Let's get to the top 50. We're not
please
top 50. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm right there with you.
So, Laganja, I think we should get our fans involved, and I think that we should have a little topic where they can write in or they can call us. And what should we make the topic this time?
Well, next week we are looking at like an improv challenge, right? So I think people should maybe ask questions about like, what is it like to be behind the scenes versus like an improv challenge versus something that's like scripted or acted, and see what maybe they like are interested in. Do you want to know how long it takes? Do you want to know what the scripts are like, what the improv, premises are? Maybe questions surrounding the BTS of the challenges that revolve around acting.
I love that. So if you have a question, you have a comment, you want to know some tea about the behind the scenes parts of RuPaul's Drag Race, the acting challenges, the improv challenges, make sure to write into us. You can write and send us an email at laganjoes, LAGANJOES @gmail.com. And Laganja, what's the phone number?
You can call us at 323-607-5116. And you never know, we might play it on the show next week.
And for one lucky listener next week, I think, Laganja, should we sign a little bit of merch or give somebody a little merch or something?
Ooh, I love that idea. I've got some DragCon leftovers I think I could throw out there.
Oh, and I think I have a music video of mine on a VHS that I will gladly sign, along with, how we got lipstick signed at DragCon? We signed lipsticks.
Yes.
So if you will have a little prize pack, maybe there'll be a signed lipstick from Laganja. You never know.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yes.
Well, listen, before we leave, I don't want to take us down, on a serious note, but I do think, one thing I love about you, Joseph, is that you are very much like myself when it comes to being political and outspoken about how we feel. And I think we can't end this week's episode without mentioning the, horrible mass shooting that happened in Texas. As a Texan, I have really felt this as an empath very deeply. And I just want to say to any of our listeners out there, whether you're Texan or not, that my heart goes out to you, and that I want to encourage people to vote, because that is the only way we are going to change this horrible system that keeps allowing these shootings to happen.
Exactly. And I'm so glad that you did bring that up. And I just want to say, too, it is a very hard thing, I think, for a lot of us, especially in the millennial, what's the one below that? Gen X, Gen Z? Gen Z.
Or X. I don't know. Gen
one of those. So I think that we are coming up and we are seeing all this wrong that is happening in, we live in the US, but all over. And when things like this happen and when people are so stark about guns and not caring fully about the children, it just really pulls at my heartstrings, because we are all individuals. We are all human beings. A life is more important than a gun. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, a life is more important than the gun. And seeing little 20 plus babies get killed, no, it's not cute. It's not needed. And if I will say this, and yes, it's a little political, but at the end of the day, if people cared that much about abortions, you should also care that much about the actual little children dying.
I agree. We've literally had more children die in classrooms than we had police officers in the line of work. It's just unacceptable. Something has to be done. And I just want to remind anyone out there, even if you are not in America, you can be using your voice. I saw this TikTok clip of an artist named Youngblood, who I really don't know much about, but he gave this gorgeous speech at his own show talking about the importance of this younger generation standing up and using their voice. So that's why, again, I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. I get it. Political, it could rub you the wrong way. And if it does, I'm sorry, but also I'm not ashamed to lose you, because we need people who care about this. This is really, it's got to stop. We cannot continue to have thoughts and prayers. It's not enough. Like I said, we've got to make this into legal action. Call your senators, vote where you can. And if you're not in America, like I said, please use your platform and voice. It's not enough just to share it one day and to say it once. We've got to keep this message out there alive.
And last thing I'll leave you guys with is just that Columbine, which was one of the first shootings that happened in America, happened 23 years ago. And nobody has done anything for 23 years. So if anybody in your family, or if you as an individual believe that there shouldn't be gun regulation or anything, and that we are doing fine, well, what's happened for the past 23 years? Look at that. How many lives have been killed? And then just go from there. And just like RuPaul's Drag Race, we're leaving you carrying a sign that says register to vote.
That's
and
right,
we are
Mama.
pushing.
Go out there and vote. Thank you all so much for listening to us. Please head on over to thedip.com to keep this conversation going. You can find me at Laganja Estranja on all social media platforms, and you can find Joseph at
Joseph A. Shepherd on all the socials. And be sure to head on over to @thedip. That's the DIPP, 2 P's in there, for all podcast things. Thank you all again for getting us into those charts. Let's go to 50 next week. I love you all.
We love you, and we will see you next week for another episode of
Queenie Out.
It's never gonna be on. It's never gonna be together. It's never gonna be together. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Expose yourself.